All right. Transitions reveal and mini mix series. Birthday special. And this is going to be volume 2. I'm going to go ahead and play this little 2-track mix and blending up, and then we're going to start the discussion. So let's do it. Let's go. Pagode. Tamba. What's up, everyone? I hope everyone is having a fabulous day. I hope everyone is having a good Friday. Um, I am celebrating my birthday. I turned 59, and it's awesome. I'm just gonna let you. I'm just gonna be upfront. It's very awesome knowing that you have lived in this world for 59 years. So it's an honor, it's a blessing, and I want to not only share my birthday celebration with you guys, I also wanted to make it a teachable moment, and we're going to do that today. So, like I said, this is Transitions Revere and Mini Mix series. This is the birthday section, birthday special, and it's volume two. I happen to be House that Speaks. I have I am a DJ. I'm an underground DJ. I've been DJing since 2017. I hope everybody can see me and hear me. Um, we're live here on YouTube. We're also live on my House That Speaks Facebook page, as well as my House That Speaks Twitter. So we're gonna be all over the map today. And I just want to check to see that we actually live, so I can make sure that everything is copacetic. Oh yeah, okay. I see myself on Twitter. Let me check Facebook. Y'all just bear with me for a moment. I just want to make sure everything is where it should be. You know, if we're doing the do. Um, so, like I said before, we're going to make this a teachable moment. Yep, we're good to go. So, this is what we're going to do. Today, we're going to talk about blending. And we're going to talk about combination blends. Now, what do I mean by combination blends? I mean by taking your two favorite tracks and blending them to make them sound like as one, or have a different sound to it. Now, the two tracks that I just played earlier, both by Salava Commando. He is an amazing DJ and producer from New York City. I got hooked up to him by my mentor, and I've been purchasing his tracks and been playing them ever since. And every time I play something of his, it never ceased to amaze the sound. I mean, I love Latin influences. I love Latin type music, and I love it when it's combined by either Afro or soulful or whatever the case may be. And South Command delivers all the time. So the first track I played was Rebonzo. That was the beginning track, and then I blended with um, a track called, I think it's called Phonic. If I'm saying it wrong, Summer, please forgive me on that. But these are tracks that I just purchased today, as a matter of fact. And I just wanted to play these two just to start off on how to blend tracks, how to combine tracks and blend them together. So, as you probably heard, I kept I kept letting the first track play on certain nuances. I'll maybe lower the mid and then bring it back up again while the second track is playing fully, because I want to get a different sound. I want to get a different feel. I want those tracks to sing to each other. I want them to join together and harmonize and complement each other. That's to me what blending is. And I've been hearing through the social media spaces that producers are not playing tracks long enough for DJs like myself who enjoys blending music to blend properly. But trust me, there's a workaway. So what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about certain combo blends. We're going to talk about blending two tracks of the same genre. We're going to talk about blending two tracks of a different genre. I'm also going to display some of the combo blends that I enjoy playing, and I play them over and over again. And every time I play them, I always get a great reaction to it. So we're going to discuss that. So there's two things I want every DJ to know when it comes to blending tracks and combo blends. Now, I just put in the first one, and the first one says uh, blending two tracks can be creative and enjoyable process. And that is absolutely true because when I blend two tracks together, it's awesome. It's magical. It's something that it just it just gives you it makes your set unique. It gives you a certain sound. It also tells about your progress as a DJ. It tells about your technique and how far you have come as a DJ. So so don't sleep on combo blends. I it's just something that I just love playing, and I will do it as long as I can. That's why when I search for my music, and especially now, I have to be more selective because I try to purchase tracks that at least 5 minutes and more, 5 minutes and more. You know, I rarely get tracks that's 2 or 3 minutes because you can't blend with those tracks because because for the most part I play at a certain BPM, and the higher of BPM you play, the faster those tracks will go. How I'm gonna blend two tracks that's like 4 minutes long or 3 minutes long? It's impossible. By the time you really get into it, one of the tracks is gonna run out, and then you're gonna look silly. So I just don't like doing that. So that's one of the things I want to say about blending. When you selecting your tracks, make sure you have enough room. That means enough length. That means enough minutes of that certain track. So you can blend it and stretch it as far as you can. And trust me, you can. I have done blends. Well, I stretch it 3 minutes, about 3 minutes long. As long as I can stretch that blend, I'm going to do just that because it just makes it just gives you, it's just so unique. I mean, to me, blending tracks is like opening a great bottle of wine. I mean, once you pop that cork and you smell that cork and you smell the aroma and the uniqueness and stuff like that, you just can't wait to pour that wine in that glass and then smell that aroma again and take that first sip, and you be like, wow, that's amazing. That's what blending two tracks does for a DJ. It's just, I mean, for me, when I listen to other DJs blending tracks, I just be in awe, because even though I'm a DJ myself, I'm still a huge fan when it comes to other DJs. So that's what I'm gonna talk about when it comes to that one. So that's combo. That was my combo blends one. Now combo blends two said, blending is an art as much as a technical skill, and it is. Blending is an art form. You know, you have to learn it. You can't just up and just blend tracks willy nilly. there's a certain new it takes a certain skill, it takes a certain nuance, and it takes patience. That's why you have to practice when it comes to blending music, blending tracks. I mean, I practiced it all the time. Especially when I first started out, I always practice. When I knew that I was ready to start blending music, I practiced those two tracks over and over again. And then I got accustomed to listening to different tracks that I can blend, together, and I can combine it and make it sound as one. It's such a beautiful thing. So if I'm not trying to pause as much as I want to, but I really want to get into here we go. I want to get into one of the tracks that I enjoy blending. So this is a combination track that I'm going to blend and show you how it works. I'm going to blend it, and it's one of my ones that I really paid attention to. And also it was a combination that was thrown to me because the person who taught me how to DJ, I at first I didn't know you was capable of blending two tracks from a different genre. I always thought that you had to blend a track from the same genre, but no, that's not the case. You can blend tracks from a different genre, but it does. You just have to make sure that you listen to both tracks, and you also have to make sure that you have to that both tracks will blend together, because if it doesn't, it will sound ugh, and you don't want it to sound ugh. So what I'm going to do here, hope I got this right. I'm just want to make sure that I do have the right one. I think I'm sure that I do, but you always want to double check certain tracks. Now, what I'm going to do is there's these two tracks I'm going to show you. The first track is called Derek Does Disco, the first stanza, and this is by Demir, and I love playing his stuff. And then the second track is 7 p.m. by the legendary New York Shelter DJ producer Timmy Register. Now, I have two other tracks from 7 p.m., but I like playing the TRTW mix. Why? Because number one, is close to 14 minutes long. That's number one. Number two, the intro is so long, you can do so many things with the intro. Now, what I'm gonna do on this one, I'm going to loop the 7 p.m. track once I bring in once I bring it into the Derek Does Disco track. Now, let's see. Wait a minute. think I think that's the right one. I just want to be sure. You know, bear with me, everybody. Like I said, it's my birthday, and I just want to make sure. Okay. I have the right coordinates. Okay, cool. Now, like I said, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to play the I'm gonna play the There Does Disco, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the intro. Once the intro is done, then I'm gonna bring in the 7 p.m. track. Now, when I bring the 7 p.m. track, I'm going to loop the second 7 p.m. track. So you'll be hearing that doom, 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 doom. You're gonna hear that. It's gonna be looped. But I'm gonna allow the first track to continue playing, as the second track just keep up with a loop. I'm gonna show you how it's done. Here we go. I'm gonna turn my button. I'm gonna show you how it's done. Here we go. Now, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and let this intro play, and once the melody about to start, that's when I'm gonna bring in the second track. Let's do it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. And this is my first shot at it.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not gonna play the. I'm not gonna bring in the second track on the beginning of the melody. I'm gonna wait till there's a break in the melody, then I'm gonna bring it in. That's what I meant to say. Sorry.
I know nothing about this one, but y'all, you know what I'm saying? So I got my words over here. Check it to the right. So now I got these words. Let me put them here. So now, when I start getting into a song, and if you see me trying to get ready to miss a word, I want y'all to stop recording. Now y'all be cool now. This is business. Yeah, see, so now check this. What I want y'all to do, to give me this verse, and I need to do the tune. I want everybody to give me a nice round of applause before I do the song. What I want y'all to do. What I want y'all to do, to give me this verse, and I need to do the tune. So now I got these words here. So now, when I start getting into something, and you see me trying to get ready to miss a word, I want y'all to stop recording. Now y'all be cool now. This is business. Yeah, see, so now check this. What I want y'all to do. What I want y'all to do. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. What I want y'all to do.
Now I could have let that play even longer, but I know how YouTube and the algorithms wants to get funky like a monkey. So I'm trying not to do that. But that's how you combine two tracks from a different genre. Now Derek Does Disco is a house related track, but it has disco undertones on it. Um, there's a story behind this track. Demir said that he went to um, to a Smart Bar here in Chicago, and and Derek Carter, which is an incredible DJ. He used to be a producer, but now he DJs more than he produces. But it was at Queen, and Queen is one of their biggest nights. So Demir happened to be there, and he heard Derek played, and he got so inspired that he created this track. As a matter of fact, if memory serves, Demir said he created this track either that same night or the day after. And when it got put out there and I went and purchased it, I was like, oh my goodness. So it's a great homage and tribute from one DJ producer admiring another DJ and producer. And that's great thing about these tracks. They always have a good story behind it. Now, 7 p.m., this is when I discovered Timmy Register. Well, as a DJ. Now, as a person who went out, one time he played at Smart Bar. He played the entire night. Well, he played nearly the entire night. Oh my goodness, it was incredible. So I had to make sure I got one of his tracks, and I've been purchasing Timmy Richard's tracks ever since. So what I did with this combo blend is I let the intro from Disco Does Dallas play, and then the melody. Allow the melody to play. Now there was a break in that melody, so after that break, that's when I dropped 7 p.m. track, and when I dropped it, I decided to loop it. Now there's been times when I would let the 7 p.m. track play, and that's one thing about blending. You can play around with different combinations, play around with different nuances, and you get a great sound to it. So it's I love it. It's awesome. So like I said, I looped the 7 p.m. So you just kept hearing that loop, but I allowed the Derek Does Disco play on until the very first major drop came, which is a long one, and that's one of the things I wanted to stress on getting tracks that's long as far as minutes concerned. To me, the longer the tracks, the better the blend. That's the way I look at it. Sorry. Okay, now you can see me. Sorry about that. I was talking. I'm sure you saw me down there. But what I was saying is the longer the minutes of the track, the better your blends will be because you will have freedom and room to blend as long as you want to. Now, what I am gonna do is now I'm gonna do another combo track, and I'm also this is gonna be another one that's gonna be from two different genres. But I this one I'm gonna use the same producer. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the same producer, and he goes by the name of the maestro himself, Louis Vega. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the intro to "Praying for You." This is this is now I have used this particular track of various other combinations, but today I'm gonna use this on the very first combo that I discovered and play. So I'm gonna use that one for the first track, "Praying for You," and then for the second track, of course, I have to play one of my all-time favorite Louis Vega tracks. Now let me get this one. Yep, here we go. And that's Cosmic Witch, featuring his lovely his lovely wife Anane. Sorry for me being tongue tied today. Like I said, it's my birthday and I'm excited as I don't know what. Now, what I'm gonna do is on this particular one, I'm going to let the Praying for You play until the second melody hits. I'm not gonna do it on the first one. I'm gonna do it on the second one. You know, because that'll be easier if I do it that way. There's a few breaks on this track. So I'm gonna go by the first break of it when that melody changes, and then after that, then I'm going to start with Cosmic Witch. Um, you know, I'm gonna do it that way. Now, these particular tracks you can get at you can go to Beatport. I mean, I'm sorry, not Beatport. Track Source. These the ones I get for Track Source. I go to different record companies, different record online record companies for different genres. Beatport I use for my for my new disco, my funky house, my jacking house, my techno, my tech house, and I'm also dabbing with progressive music, which I'll be playing the first time at a raid train. So that'll be coming to you. If you go to my socials, you'll find out what raid train I'm going to be borrowing, and then I'm going to be playing that particular genre of music. Now, like I said, the Praying for You is a soulful house track. The Cosmic Witch track is a soul and disco track. Now, like I said, I'm going to start the first one, and then I'm gonna blend into the Cosmic Witch. And here we go. I'm gonna turn my volume down so you can hear the music. And here we go. Now, this melody is gonna start, and like I said, I'm gonna wait till it change before I drop drop the other track. There's that melody, that first melody. Now, I'm gonna wait until it changes, then I'm getting ready to drop Cosmic Witch. That's how it's done. Now, like I said, these are two different genres of tracks, but like as you can hear and see, you can blend them together. But like I said, like I've been saying, it just takes practice, because blending is an art form, it's a technical skill. You have to be technical with it, but it's enjoyable. Once you know how to do it, it's addictive. You're not gonna be able to stop doing it. Trust me. Trust and believe when I say this, because like I said, I've been doing this since 2017, and I think my first blend was maybe 2018, something in those lines. I probably have to go back to the archives of all my mixes on SoundCloud to distinguish that. But it's just awesome. Now, what we're gonna do is now we're going to take two tracks that are from the same genre. So we're gonna go to, as a matter of fact, let's go to Jack and House because I love playing Jack and House. And there are two tracks in Jack and House that I adore playing. Now, String Things, even though String Things is considered a tech house track, to me it's a combination of both. You can play tech house and jacking house with this particular track. It's one of my all-time favorites. I discovered this particular track from a DJ named Paparazzi, who's from Chicago. She's an amazing DJ. She's an amazing person, and ever since the moment I started learning how to DJ, I knew I wanted to have this track in my library, and I play it all the time. I mainly play this track when I'm playing um, either Jackin' House or Tech House. So that's what this track's for. But today's demo, I'm going to blend it in with, oh my goodness, I have to say one of my favorite house tracks, which is it's called Ghetto Bounce by H.R. Sky and Harry Moreno. I love playing this track. This is another track that I play when I play either tech house or even or jacket house. Reason being because see certain tracks you can play with with different genres because the way that the producer created it. So these two tracks, even though they are tech. They can be either tech house or they can be jacket house, depending on which other track you want to play it with. So what we're gonna do is what I'm gonna do with this one is I'm gonna wait to maybe the second. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to that sec. That no, um the first breakdown on that one, and then I'm going to bring in ghetto bounce. Now, also, I have used. Well, I'm not gonna mention that. I'm not gonna mention that. That'll be something for another time. But I have used ghetto bounce on um, other tracks and stuff like that. So I have used it before. So we're gonna get into that one. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with here. Oh, I got about a few minutes. I'm definitely not gonna try to make this as a whole hour because I definitely want to do a mini mix. And I think my mini mix, I'm probably gonna play some new disco, probably just a four. Yeah, I'm gonna do a 4 track new disco mini mix for you guys. So, but right now, let's go ahead and get into this one. Now, the reason why I love playing this track is this particular beat right here. It's just banging, and it's great because I have mixed, like I said, I have mixed this track with both different tech house tracks, as well as different jacket house tracks. It's just a certain track that you can use both genres with, and it just make it sound so good. Okay, here comes that breakup. This is the part I love. That this first, smooth break on the melody, and then it hits you. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now here comes another break, a smooth break, and then after that, I'm gonna hit with the ghetto bounce. So let's go. Don't you just love that? I know I do. My goodness. Now, like I said, I'm blending them as long as possible, but I'm doing it short as well because of YouTube. Mainly, I stretch my blends much longer than what I'm demonstrating to you guys. But I'm hoping that you're getting the gist of what I'm presenting here. The secret sauce to blending is you got to make sure that your two tracks has a similar rhythm. Make sure it has a similar timing, and make sure the beat complements each other, because if it doesn't, the blending will be so off and it will sound terrible. Trust and believe. Okay, I'm gonna do one more before I do my mini mix, and this is a particular caramel blend that I pretty much discovered by accident. And when I say I discovered it by accident, I meant I discovered it by accident, because I was it is I was playing I was playing a garage um I was playing a garage set, and then I heard this particular song, and then come to find out, this song, even though it's a garage house song, is also a soulful. It's also a soulful as well. So this is another example of a particular track that could be used by two different genres. And this track is called "Game Down." Is by one of my guys, Demarcus Lewis from Texas. Nice guy, great producer. But this is the Jeremy Sylvester Deja Vu dub. It's amazing. I love it. And I'm gonna play this with a I'm sorry. Yeah, with a deep house track, but not just any deep house track. This is, I have to say, out of all my combo tracks, this is has to be my top five that I enjoy playing. So the second track is gonna be "Burning Hot" by Chicago's own Pevin Everett. And of course, this is a Timmy Register remix. This is, when I first heard this track, I had to buy it. And I play this track all the time. I'll play it with deep house, with a deep house set. I'll throw this combination that about to explain to you right now. I'll throw that in, and every time I play it, I just love it. I love the way both tracks just complement each other. Now, What I usually do with the game down track, because there's a beginning, then there's the melody, then you have your first break, and then there's another long melody, and then you have your second break. I usually start the burning hot track on the second break, but for you two, I'm gonna start it on the first break, which I have done before, and it's still you still get the same game effect. So okay, let me switch things up and then we're gonna get started. Now, this is the intro that you're listening to. Now, when the intro's up, that's gonna have a nice good melody. After the melody, the first break gonna come. Now, when the first break, that's when I'm gonna drop the burning hot track. So, listen in. Now that's how that goes. Now, like I said, what I did was on this particular track, I I let the intro play on the first track, let the melody play, and then I dropped it. I dropped Burning Hot on the beginning of the first break, and then I let it on play through, so you can hear both tracks put together. Now, now if you heard that, and then you heard Pepper have singing his chorus, and you heard a, and then you heard Pepper have singing his chorus. Now, as you heard how it intertwines, that's what you're looking for when you're blending tracks. Is That's why one of the most key factors of blending tracks is try not to do try not to do vocal with vocal. If you do vocal with vocal, make sure that the vocals intertwine with each other. Make sure that you hear the first vocal and then on the first track, and then that second vocal comes after it. Because then that's when you get that blending and that cohesiveness that you're looking for. Because otherwise, if you hear vocals with vocals can clash all the time. And that's why I always try to find tracks where they're either instrumental or dub. Mostly when you play a dub track, that means it either has no vocal or less vocal. And that so when you get the one with less vocal, you can always blend a vocal based track to it. Let me make sure you guys see me so y'all can get the gist what I'm saying. And I'll repeat this again. When you blending your first track, make sure your first track should be instrumental or dub. Dub tracks either have very little vocal or next to no vocal at all. Those tracks are perfect because when you play your second track, you can play any vocal track and it's just and you'll be in business. Now, looks like I got some minutes yet. I didn't want to. I hope not to make this long drawn, but I definitely want to, let you guys know about blending and how awesome it is, when you do it and how great it sounds. So, like I said, you know what? I was going to do a a mini mix. You know what? I'm gonna do one anyway. And yeah, I'm gonna do one anyway. I'm gonna do a mini mix anyway. So it's gonna be a 4 mini mix, and I was going to um I was going to do a oh crap, sorry. I was gonna do a um a new disco, but you know what? I'm gonna mix bag this because there's uh there's a I'm gonna start out with this blend that I've been practicing on, and I'm still practice on it. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you the first two tracks of it, so you will know where I'm going at this. So the first track is going to be Ghetto Bounce. I'm going to use Ghetto Bounce again by HR and Sky and Harry Reno. But I'm gonna I usually mix it in with Needing You by Dave Morales. I usually use either the house or the tech house version of that song. But what I have been doing lately is using the other version of Needing You, which is a classic, the classic house version. And this one is is by David Morales, of course. It's the Needing You 2001 anthem mix. It's also by The Face and Juliet Roberts. So I heard this particular track when I was on Facebook. Usually, I post my my flyers and stuff like that on the my my story page on Facebook, and I heard this track, and I'm like, "What? Why I don't have this track?" So I wrote it down. I wrote it down and everything. I went to Track Source, and Track Source had it, and I bought it, and I've been playing this track off and on. But I've been playing this track on you know, different other tracks with it. But I discovered when I do the ghetto bounce with this, oh my goodness, it sounds awesome. Now, what I'm gonna do is, because ghetto bounce has such a long thing, I'm gonna let it play, but I'm gonna talk while it's playing, so I can when the needing you comes, I can do it. Now, like I said before, this is blending. This is how blending works. You let one track play on to whatever break that you want to start the second track. Once you start the second track, you make sure that the both tracks are are in sync with each other, and and don't go there. I don't use the sync button, but make sure that it's in time and it's in beat. Make sure the melodies is speaking to each other. Make sure they're in harmony, and then you can just let that baby just play on. So, like I said, I'm gonna do a four track mix, and then that will be it for me. So, without further ado, let's do this. If you're new to the channel, please please let me know what you thought about this particular segment. I appreciate the support. You can leave your comments. You can subscribe, share it, and let young and upcoming DJs know that there's a DJ out here that's giving out these tips and tricks, so we can become better DJs. Because the only way for this community to grow is we help each other, give each other advice, you know, keep abreast to what's going on in our little world, and all that good stuff. You can follow me here. This is my link tree on the House That Speaks. It has all my socials. It has my websites. It also has my SoundCloud with all my mixes. Also, if there's a topic that you want me to discuss, feel free to send me an email, housethatspeaks@gmail.com. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play these 4 mixes, and then I'm going to be gone. So, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate the support again. And until the next one, peace out, everyone. Also, please support the gear. This is my design. You can go to my website, www.howsaitspeaksdesigns.com. It will direct you strictly to my Teespring store. I design all this. No one designs this but me. So support a DJ who supports all DJs. Again, thank you so much, and you have a good one.